This is just a quick tutorial to show you how to access this Prezi around policy context, which is set in the UK and therefore won't necessarily be applicable to our international students. However, it's a good starting point, I think. From teaching the module for some years, it seems that the UK are quite ahead in terms of policy context and the evidence base around work, but it does recognise that this might not necessarily be applicable to international students, but a good starting point for a discussion. So in order to look at this Prezi, it will be in present mode, and you just need to scroll in and out to move along the timeline. I do want to point out here that it was my colleague Julie that started this off, so she's the one that I want to give credit to, and I've just added to the policy information as it has been updated, particularly in the last year when things have changed. Something that might be helpful or will be helpful is if you're using a laptop to have a separate mouse. Makes it a lot easier to scroll in and out when you're looking at this information. I'm not sure how it works on iPad, so I can't comment on that, unfortunately. I just want to show what's on here really. So if you just scroll in and out with your mouse, you can come back to have a look at the whole thing, or you can move in to look at things in a bit more detail. We've based it on the timeline around people who've never worked to people who are in work but are unwell, so that it kind of follows the whole theme of the module. And what Julie has done is she sort of put some of the history. There's elements of history here, and there's also current policies to see sort of some of the things that have happened in terms of policy with the government and various documents that have been written. So you can see at this end there's a lot around the benefits that people on the welfare situation. And it moves right up here to looking at things that are more relevant to employers and what the government is suggesting that employers need to be doing to support people in work. And to access all the information here, you just need to scroll in to the document, and if you hover over a document and click on it, it should open up to the link. So you can click on the links here, and they should open up. The part that I've added this most recently for this year's module is, as I've already mentioned, I think in the webinars, is this document, Improving Lives, the Future of Work, Health and Disability, that was produced at the end of last year. And this was based on a green paper that went out for consultation last year. It was also based on this Taylor review here, which looked at working environments, and this was also looking at mental health at work. So the Stevenson and Farmer review. So the white paper here was based on the consultation of the green paper, the Taylor review here, Thriving at Work, the Farmer and Stevenson review, and also Carol Black, who wrote who's written a paper on drug and alcohol addiction and obesity and the impact on employment. So all of this feeds into this policy here. I just want to draw your attention to this document as well, or these documents here, but Working for a Healthier Tomorrow and the Black and Frost report that were written in the sort of late 2000s were quite seminal pieces of work that talked about how we keep people in work, how we get people back into work, and all the things that we need to do to be able to allow that to happen. And it forms a lot of the backdrop of the content that we teach in this module. So I really want you to have a look at these documents, but what you'll probably see is when you look at Improving Lives document, that it reflects quite a lot of what was written here. Actually, it's just 10 years on. So have a look around, work your way around it. Any questions, just ask on email. Sorry, on the discussion board, and we'll be happy to discuss it.